Oh god, I don't know anything about this at all. Let's talk about My Little Pony, the movie. Before I start this review off, I should say that I have never seen Friendship is Magic. I never watched the show, I never saw any snippets of it, I just wasn't really interested in what I was watching. So I was kind of nervous when I went to go see this movie, because I'm not sure if what I'm gonna say is either gonna make people happy or make people really pissed off. But I went in with a fresh mind, not really expecting too much else, and even if I wasn't a fan of the show, was the movie good? Let's find out. The story's pretty simple. There's this evil force that wants to take over the world where all the ponies live, and so the main 6 ponies have to embark on a journey, and they meet a bunch of new friends, and they embark on challenges, and they use the power of friendship to save their land. Okay, before I say anything else, I just want to say, oh my god, this movie looks amazing. I am so glad that they're still doing 2D animated movies for the theater. You know, ones that actually look good. The way the characters are moving, the way they're designed, the way the backgrounds look, the way it shines and glitters and all the effects, it just, it looks amazing, and it's one of the best looking animated movies of the year. Okay, well aside from that, let's take a look at what else this movie has. And first I figure I should start off with the positives. First off, I really like the villain in this movie. I think she's well voiced, I think she's well designed, and she pretty much rules the entire fucking world with every scene that she's in, and I actually thought it was really cool. I do like Twilight's character arc, how she's constantly being frustrated with her friend's antics and feels like she has to take on this by herself. It's interesting and I like it. I think most of the songs are decent. There isn't much I really remembered, but when I was listening to them, I thought they sounded nice. Just nice. There are these scenes where the ponies are underwater, which I'll admit was actually fun because the characters were moving around fluidly and it was fast and it was action-packed. It was just a fun sequence overall. Now with that said, there are definitely problems I have with this movie, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not a fan of the show, but there are things I don't like about it. While I like the animation style, I don't like how the 2D characters are fitting in with a CGI environment. The villain's also got this little minion character who acts a lot like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, and every time he was on screen he tries to do something silly and funny, and his voice got on my nerves. Ugh, I hated this guy. There's also a few other villains that I think they introduced in this movie, which I didn't really remember much about. And then there's this whole pirate sequence, which just left me thinking, wait, what? And finally, I know this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but I didn't like the songs. I'm sorry, but all the songs just sounded exactly the same in this movie, and they all took a while to sink in. They all repeat the same thing over and over again. They all have the same formula, they all have the same style, they all have the same speed. It's just, it feels like I'm listening to the same song over and over again. Is that really what this movie needs? Also, this movie is constantly milking in the message of friendship. I understand this movie was more aimed at females, but still, they don't have to milk this message all the time. It's repeated all throughout the movie. I don't understand, why is it here? What purpose does it have? It just milks it in and it's annoying. So in the end, this movie is just fine. It's a fine movie. Yeah, and I know it's kinda gonna piss a lot of people off, but I didn't really have too much to think about this movie. Maybe it's because I'm not a fan of the show, but I don't know if my experience would have really changed if I did like the show. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure. I did have fun at points. I thought some of the characters were good. I think the animation looks beautiful, and sometimes it can be a little bit funny, but for the most part, I didn't really buy what the heck was going on. The friendship message is really phoned in, even though at times it is a little bit heartwarming, and the jokes really aren't that funny, and the movie just kind of slows down at points for no reason, in my opinion. All I can say in the end is, if you like My Little Pony, especially the show, I'm sure you're gonna love this movie, but if not, maybe give it a skip.